A video guide to BIR's manual registration process. These are the people who need to register. Individuals such as self-employed, employees, mixed income earners, also corporations and partnerships shall file an application for registration with the RDO having jurisdiction over the place of business or residence of taxpayer. When do you need to register? Section 6 of RR number 7-2012 provides that every person subject to any internal revenue tax shall complete its registration with the BIR at times required by law as follows: on or before the commencement of business, before the payment of any tax due, before or upon filing of any applicable tax return statement or declaration. How is the registration process? We have the manual process, the Central Business Portal, and the new BizReg portal. There are 3 modes available for registration, but for this video, we shall only highlight the manual process. Manual registration process for self-employed individuals, estates, and trusts. Here is the checklist of documentary requirements RMC number 57-2020. You'll need your BIR form 1901 or 1903 for sole proprietor or professionals not regulated by the PRC, any government-issued ID such as birth certificate, passport, driver's license, and community tax certificate as long as it shows the name, address, and birth date of the applicant. In case the ID has no address, any proof of residence or business address, 1 photocopy is required. In case of practice of profession regulated by the PRC, valid PRC ID and government ID showing address or proof of residence or business address, you are required to have 1 photocopy. You'll also need 1 original, final, and clear sample of own principal receipt invoices for authority to print application. You'll also need 3 copies of BIR form number 0605, and this will be used in securing or buying your printed receipts or what we call PPR, BPI. Based on the RMC number 117-2019, you have the option to buy from BIR your printed receipts or invoices or what we call BPR, BPI. This is in lieu of securing authority to print, which is allowed to be used during the first year of business operation or until its full consumption, whichever comes first. And here are additional documents if you're transacting through a representative. Special power of attorney executed by the taxpayer applicant and any government-issued ID of the authorized representative. Manual registration process for corporations, partnerships, taxable or non-taxable. This is a checklist of documentary requirements for RMC number 57-2020. You'll need 2 original copies of the BIR form number 1903 version January 2018. You'll also need an SEC Certificate of Incorporation, 1 photocopy, or Certificate of Recording in case of partnership, 1 photocopy. For license to business in the Philippines in case of foreign corporation, you'll need 1 photocopy. Third, you'll need Articles of Incorporation, 1 photocopy, or Articles of Partnerships, also 1 photocopy. Fourth, you'll need your BIR printed receipts or invoice, or final and clear sample of own principal receipts. Don't forget your obligations as a taxpayer. Always remember to post in a conspicuous place your COR or Certificate of Registration, your ARF or your annual registration form, and your notice to the public. Also remember to keep the books of accounts at the place of business. Don't forget to record every transaction into the books of accounts. Also issue sales invoice and or official receipts for every transaction. And lastly, file pay the required returns on time and at the proper venue. A video guide to BIR's manual registration process.